Hello ladies and gentlemen, my name is Legolas and I'm going to be bringing you a 1 versus 1. Today we've got a vampire, Edward Cullen, spawning as the Zerg player down on the bottom right hand side. And we have Tomnov is our Protoss player spawning on the bottom left hand side, and he has good manners here. Good luck, have fun. They are going to be playing a best of 3. And so game number 1 here is Shakir's Plateau. So let's talk about this map a little bit. One thing that I still see every once in a while, and it kind of makes me laugh a little bit, is when you have a player that spawns like down here on the bottom right hand side, and they'll send their drone or scout or whatever up to the top right hand side going, oh, well, maybe they're up there. Well, the problem is you're never going to see this spawn situation. You're not going to have somebody spawning up here when somebody's spawning down here. The reason is because the way this map is built is you have your naturals that are actually facing each other. So the rush distance becomes really, really, really short. And so Blizzard has created it to where the spawn location is always going to be over here or over here if you are down here. So it's either going to be on the other side, the left or the right side of the map, or the corner, the cross spawning location up in the corner. So you can see automatically that's why this overload is just, or this overload, he is overloaded. He is spawning, or he is floating his way over here rather than sending him up here because of what we just talked about. This probe, of course, got it right. And let's see what happens. He is going to let Edward Cullen get his natural. So he's just going to go ahead and start tasering the new hatchery. I don't think that that's going to work, buddy. So looks like he's got... that's the timing of his natural here. And let's see. We've got a forge going down here. So Protoss players typically like to do this. They will wall off with either a forge or with a gateway or something like that. And they'll build down here and secure their own natural, which is very good because if you are a Protoss player, you want to be at least equal with bases with your Zerg opponent, if not one more base than them. As a Zerg, you never want to have less than one more than your opponent. So this probe has done his job. He's going to come over here, and looks like he's going to secure the Zelnaga Watchtower. Not a bad choice. However, when the Lings come out, typically a Zerg player will take quick map control. We will see whether or not our Vampire Zerg decides to do that. He does have a spawning pool that just came up, so let's get some production going, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, so we have Tomnov's expansion coming up, and looks like he did place that cannon down and the gateway, so he's going to be very safe from any kind of Ling aggression or Ling's aggression. It looks like, we'll see, but it looks like our two players are just going to kind of macro up here. Not a bad choice. One thing that Tom, if he can run in here, and he'll lose all three of them before they even get past the Guardian Zealot here. So we'll just see what they decide to do next. So it's been a long... looks like he's going to throw down a couple spine crawlers. I guess he's a little bit worried for some kind of aggression, or I'm not sure. But it seems like he'd be okay with just one spine crawler for right now, unless he were to... I'm surprised those Lings actually haven't grabbed these watchtowers. That's something that you always typically do as a Zerg player. So it looks like we've got 3 gateways going down here. Or we got 2 gateways going down. One is already down, so it is going to be a 3-gate something. And we will see what he chooses to do. So Tomnov got out a Stalker. He's got a couple Zealots on the board. And we do have Zerg missile attacks plus Protoss ground weapons. So it looks like they're both going to just kind of macro up and kind of sit back and get some upgrades. So not too bad of a choice. Looks like some roaches are going to be coming out here. So one thing that I want to point out too with our Zerg player is that he really should be pooping out a few more creep tumors. I mean, he's got this one creep tumor that's kind of going, but if he was real smart, he would get 2 or 3 creep tumors going and build this creep highway all across this map here. Because that is the advantage Tomnov could do, is just do like a 4-gate or something like that. But I mean, at this point, you might as well play it safe. So we do have metabolic boosts on the way, so it looks like we are going to have some speedlings. One thing to be careful of is if you get, 6 or 8 speedlings, you can actually, if this isn't walled off, you can rush these speedlings in here. And yeah, you might lose 3 or 4 of them, but if you can get them behind here and start harassing the mineral line, it kind of really sucks as a Protoss player when that happens. So, as we speak, our Protoss player is going to go for double gas, and a Cybercore is coming up here. He is choosing not to transfer any drones, apparently. Or let's just call them probes, because that's what they are. So, no probe transfer. That's okay. Looks like we do have drones over here, and some larvae coming up, some speedlings. So, let's take a look and see what our supply counts are here. It looks like Tomnov is getting he's a little bit behind, and, well, actually, let's see here. No, it is actually pretty even. You got even drones and probes. You actually have 2 more probes, so this is pretty good. Protoss player is ahead in his economy, and that is actually because these Zerglings are now on the board. So he's got 3 Zerglings here. So that's actually not going to be enough. The Zerg is going to have its speed and mobility, but he is choosing not to do that. 1 creep tumor is not going to spread the creep all the way down here, but we will see. Actually, there we go. Poop! We have our designated Queen Tumor Pooper. So now we do have a couple of creep tumors going, so he is going to work on that creep highway. This probe still is in command and control of the Selnog Watchtower. That is a baller probe there. So we've got a 3rd going down for Edward Cullen, our vampire. In the meantime, we have some stalkers and a couple zealots, and it looks like grounds level 1 is just now kind of finishing up. So we'll see. Looks like he is going to get a little bit of roach speed. Our Zerg player, anyway, is going to get some roach speed. But we'll see. I wonder if he's going to wait for his level 1 to come out and then do a timing attack here. I'm not sure. Let's not do that. Let's just keep going. I got to get the time up. So, yeah, it's already approaching the 10-minute mark here. And neither player has done anything, so this is actually turning out to be kind of boring, ladies and gentlemen. I apologize, but I am getting bored. So, hopefully somebody does something soon. Let's see here. We've got 49 drones, 43 probes, and right now the advantage is going to go to the Zerg player, I would say, because he does have his 3rd coming up. He's got a Hydra down on the way, which is going to easily clean up these gateway units here. And our Protoss player is just kind of sitting back. I don't know what he's doing. So he's got 5 gateways. He does have a Robo Bay up, so he looks like he's going to do a 5-gate Robo, and... Oh, and he does have a Twilight Council, so he does have Blink on the way. Okay, well that's not too bad. So Blink Stalkers, yeah. Okay, well that's not too bad as long as this Blink Micro's okay. We will see, but holy creep tumor, look at this. Just what I was hoping is that he would get these creep tumors going, and sure enough he is. So it looks like our vampire is spreading his ooey gooey mess all over the map here, which is very good for him. So he is going to most likely continue it going this way all the way to Protoss player's base while connecting his own. So pretty soon our Zerg player is going to have this entire map. So he does have an Overlord sitting up here. I don't know why I even spot that out. He's just kind of chilling, making sure nobody's hiding up there. Meanwhile, Protoss player is getting kind of a pretty decent ground army. He does have level 2 on the way. And what does our Zerg player have here? He's got acid spines. Ooh, fun. Anyway, so looks like the roaches have no armor. Watchtower, see this little ball, and let's see what he does. Unfortunately, he's got a lot of Hydras in here, which is going to pretty much take away a lot of the advantage of these stalkers, but they're going to go away because they probably decided that is just a little bit too many. Plus, he has an Immortal here, so that will help against the roaches there. Meanwhile, these DTs, I don't know where did the DTs go? So he does have an Immortal who is keeping watch over the high ground. Oh, there's the DTs, and he's hacking away at the poor probes, drones, whatever they are. One-shotting them. This is not good for the economy. So he is... Oh, man. That would be horrible if he lost a couple of his infestors. So yeah, these DTs, it looks like they're just going to... Oh, he brought this whole army up here to deal with this one... DT. At the same time, we've got a big battle going down here, and it looks like we have a lot of infested Terrans, which are not going to do a whole lot of good. This is not necessarily a really good idea with the Protoss, though, because he's got a lot of Hydras. He's got this great concave here, and unfortunately that is going to take out this Protoss army. Well, it's unfortunate for the Protoss army anyway. So his DTs, yeah, they did some mineral harassment at the same time. He just kind of threw his army away. I don't know why he didn't back out when he saw that he was not going to have very much of an advantage. Now that you have this Overseer out here, these DTs are not going to have very much of an advantage. The most you can probably do with them is get a couple armor upgrades, but these Hydras do have the level 1 upgrade, and so it looks like Burrow is now officially good. So this Observer is going to just kind of spot this out, so he kind of knows what's going on. He is going to bring his big ol' army. This is actually surprisingly a pretty decent sized force by Tomnov here, and it looks like for a moment our Zerg player was a little bit under supply. He must have sacrificed an Overlord just to kind of see what he could see, and a Dark Shrine is up! Alright, so we've got 3 High Templars here, or let's call them Dark Templars, and they're just going to sit there and be like, yeah, you guys just kind of handle this. You got it. So what's he going to do with these guys? We will see. A lot of times, Dark Templars will be sent off to the corners here to just do like a multi-pronged mineral harass and force the Zerg player to get up some kind of detection. Speaking of detection, let's see what he has here. I am not seeing any detection. He is getting a Spire, though, and he does have his Infestation Pit, which is very, very, very good against the Gateway units. So, Infestation plus Roach is not a bad choice here. But I'm looking around, and I don't see any detection. I don't see any... Yeah, these guys are just going to sneak on by here. Excuse me, pardon me. And looks like we might have some kind of an engagement up here. Our Zerg player is going to take this Zelnong Archons out, which a lot of players, including me, actually forget to do. So we'll just send in our DTs and let them do some harassing. And then once they're detected, more from an Archon. Maybe you'll get a kill or two. I don't know. But yeah, this is not looking so good. So it looks like a Protoss player is in not a very good situation here. He's warping in some Desperation Zealots here. And just going to try to hold here, but unfortunately this Blink Micro is atrocious. I am sorry to say, Tomnov, but you could probably take some lessons in Blink Micro. So let's see what else he's got going on here. Nothing. I think our Protoss player is going to have to call a GG here because there's just not a whole lot that he can do at this point. So yeah, I guess he tried to see if he could get going back up here in main, but I mean that's just too many units, unfortunately. Yeah, these Hydras, man, they've actually got their level 2 upgrades, so pretty much going to take out the Protoss player at this point. I don't see any way for Tomnov to recover after this, so we're just waiting for the GG here. So I think I feel like Tomnov kind of he did his expansion here, and this is gold level play, so I mean you can't really expect a whole lot. Yeah, there's a GG right there. I feel like Tomnov just kind of, he got his expansion here, and what he should have done is actually got his third up here, because at this point you've got a 4-base Zerg against a 2-base Protoss, and the problem with that is that even if a Zerg player loses most of his army, he can macro his army right back up just in a matter of a minute or so, and have almost 200 supply already again. So oh well. So it looks like the Vampire came out ahead on this game. Right now it is 1-0, and let's go check out the next game. I hope you guys enjoyed this, and I will see you guys in the next game.